Imagine this for a moment. You're sitting in your room, miles away from someone you love. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you think of them. An intense, vivid thought that feels more real than usual. A few seconds later, your phone rings, and it's them. Was that a coincidence? Or was it something deeper? Something invisible, mysterious, and instant, binding you together across space and time? Scientists have been asking a similar question for over a century, and the answer lies in one of the most puzzling yet fascinating phenomena in physics: quantum entanglement. Albert Einstein once called it spooky action at a distance because it defies the way we traditionally understand reality. Two particles, separated by vast distances, somehow remain mysteriously connected, as if they are mirrors of each other. Change one, and the other instantly responds, no matter how far apart they are. Now, here's where things get interesting. If subatomic particles can remain connected across galaxies, what does that mean for human beings, who are also made of energy, matter, and consciousness? Could it be possible that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions are entangled with the universe itself? Could this be the missing link that explains why manifestation sometimes feels magical, instant, and unexplainable? To understand this, let's rewind to the early 20th century. Physicists were experimenting with the strange behavior of subatomic particles. They discovered that when two particles interact and then separate, they don't fully disconnect. Instead, they maintain a hidden link, a shared state, that transcends physical distance. If one particle spins up, the other spins down, instantly, no matter if they are a millimeter apart or light years away. This discovery shook the foundations of classical physics. For centuries, scientists believed the universe worked like a giant clock, mechanical, predictable, and governed by physical laws. But quantum entanglement revealed something shocking. The universe is not only interconnected, it is non-local. In simpler words, everything may be linked together in ways we can't see with our eyes, but can feel with our intuition. Think about it like this. When you send a text message, it bounces off satellites, networks, and servers to reach another phone in seconds. That's impressive, but it still requires signals traveling through space. Now imagine a message that doesn't need time or distance. It just appears instantly in another location. That's what entanglement is like. It doesn't care about distance. It's instant connection. Here's where Einstein struggled. According to the speed of light, the fastest thing in the universe, information cannot travel instantly, yet entangled particles do. Einstein refused to believe it at first, calling it spooky, but experiment after experiment proved him wrong. In 2017, scientists even confirmed that quantum entanglement is real and unbreakable, no matter the distance. So how does this connect to manifestation? Well, let's start with a simple truth. You are made of quantum particles. Every atom in your body contains protons, neutrons, and electrons that obey the laws of quantum physics. If particles can be entangled, then you, your mind, your energy, your very being, are already participating in this great web of universal connection. Now picture this. Every thought you think is a vibration, an energy wave. When you think with intensity, especially with emotion, you're not just producing random brain activity. You're broadcasting a signal into the field of possibility. And if entanglement exists, then that signal is already linked to outcomes, events, and realities that match your vibration. In other words, your thoughts may be entangled with your future. Let's take an analogy. Imagine you have two guitars. Place them side by side and pluck the string of one. The other guitar will vibrate automatically, even though you didn't touch it. That's called resonance. Quantum entanglement works in a similar way, but on a much deeper level. When you pluck a thought here, the universe vibrates back instantly, aligning with it. This explains why sometimes manifestation feels instant. You think of someone, and they call. You visualize money, and an unexpected check arrives. Skeptics call it coincidence, But science is beginning to show us that entanglement could be the underlying mechanism. But here's the twist. Entanglement isn't just about particles. It's about information. It suggests that the universe isn't a collection of separate things. It's a field of interconnected possibilities. Everything is linked, and nothing is truly separate. And if that's true, then your desires are not out there waiting for you to chase them. They're already entangled with you. The act of manifestation is simply aligning with that connection. Einstein may not have liked the idea, but visionaries like Niels Bohr and later physicists embraced it. They realized that reality isn't fixed. It's fluid, probabilistic, and influenced by observation. The famous double-slit experiment showed that particles behave like waves of possibility until someone observes them. The act of observing collapses them into a fixed reality. Combine this with entanglement, and you have a profound idea. What you observe, feel, and focus on may collapse into your reality instantly, because you are already entangled with it. So when you sit quietly and visualize your dream house, your soulmate, or your financial abundance, you're not just daydreaming. You're sending a signal into the quantum field. And because of entanglement, that signal doesn't wander aimlessly. It instantly connects to the reality where your desire already exists. Your job is to strengthen that connection until it manifests in your physical experience. Let's pause and reflect. Doesn't this change the way you see the world? You are not a passive observer. You are a co-creator, entangled with everything you could ever want. And the more conscious you become of this, the faster your manifestations can appear. As we move into the next part, we'll dive deeper. Because if quantum entanglement proves that everything is connected, the real question becomes, how do you consciously use this connection to manifest what you desire faster? We uncovered the strange world of quantum entanglement, a phenomenon so mysterious that it shook Einstein's faith in physics itself. We saw how particles, once connected, remain mysteriously linked, instantly mirroring each other across infinite distances. But here's the million-dollar question. What does this have to do with you and your ability to manifest the life of your dreams? The answer may change the way you look at reality forever. The bridge between science and spirituality. For centuries, spiritual traditions have taught that we are all connected. Ancient mystics spoke of the web of life, where every thought, every action, and every intention ripples through the universe. Quantum physics is now catching up with this wisdom. Entanglement isn't just a theory. It's a demonstration of connection beyond space and time. When you hear people talk about the law of attraction, they often describe it as like attracting like. You send out a vibration, and the universe sends it back in kind. But here's the deeper truth. It's not just attraction, it's entanglement. You and your desires are already linked, like two particles born from the same source. Manifestation isn't about calling something new into existence. It's about aligning with what's already entangled with you. Think of it this way. When you order something online, it already exists. You're not creating the object. You're simply initiating the process of it being delivered to you. Manifestation works similarly. The moment you clearly form a desire, you've already entangled with that outcome in the quantum field. The only question is, how fast will it arrive in your physical reality? The role of intention. Scientists who study consciousness have found that intention itself has measurable effects. In various experiments, when groups of people focused their thoughts on a single target, whether it was healing, growth of plants, or even reducing crime in a city, the results were statistically significant. How do we explain this? Quantum entanglement offers a clue. Your intention is like a tuning fork. When you strike it with clarity and focus, it resonates across the quantum field, instantly connecting with the outcome you are already entangled with. But here's the catch. Not all intentions are created equal. If your mind is scattered, doubtful, or full of fear, your signal is weak. The entanglement is clouded. But when your intention is laser-focused and emotionally charged, it becomes like a clear radio frequency that locks onto its matching outcome. Emotion, the amplifier of manifestation. If intention is the signal, then emotion is the amplifier. A thought without emotion is like whispering in a crowded stadium. Hardly anyone notices. But a thought fueled by emotion, whether it's joy, gratitude, or excitement, becomes a powerful broadcast that resonates through the quantum field. This explains why people often manifest what they don't want. If you constantly worry about debt, heartbreak, or failure, you're emotionally amplifying those scenarios. Remember, the universe doesn't distinguish between what you want and what you fear. It responds to the vibration you're broadcasting. And thanks to entanglement, that vibration instantly connects to outcomes that match your emotional state. So, the secret to manifesting faster is not just thinking about your desires, it's feeling them as real. When you emotionally embody the state of already having what you want, you strengthen the entanglement, pulling that reality closer with incredible speed. Belief, the stabilizer. Now let's add one more ingredient: belief. Imagine you're trying to tune into a radio station. You set the dial, but if you keep shifting it back and forth, the signal fades. Belief is the stabilizer. It keeps your frequency locked onto your desired outcome. When you truly believe in your manifestation, without doubt or contradiction, you maintain a stable entanglement with your desired reality. That's why affirmations, visualizations, and rituals are powerful. They're not magic tricks. They're ways of training your subconscious to hold belief, to stabilize your entanglement. But when you constantly question, is it working? Where is it? Why hasn't it shown up yet? You're tuning out of the frequency. You're collapsing the entanglement prematurely, pulling yourself away from the reality you want. Case studies and real-world stories. Consider this. Countless stories exist of people manifesting things instantly. A woman thinks of an old friend, and that friend suddenly sends her a message. A man visualizes an unexpected check, and the next day, money arrives. Skeptics call this coincidence, but quantum entanglement suggests otherwise. The thought and the outcome are not separate, they're entangled. The stronger the focus and emotion, the quicker the manifestation appears in physical form. Even in science, experiments with entangled particles show the same truth. Distance doesn't matter. Communication is instant. If reality itself works this way, then why should our manifestations be any different? The quantum field of possibilities. Here's the deeper layer. The universe is not a fixed reality. It's a field of infinite possibilities. Every potential outcome, every version of your life, already exists in the quantum field. Entanglement means you are already connected to those possibilities. So when you think of abundance, love, or success, you're not imagining something unreal. You're tuning into a version of reality where it already exists. Your job is to align with that version until it collapses into your experience. And this is why manifestation isn't about forcing or chasing. It's about tuning, aligning, and allowing. Just like changing the channel on a TV, you're shifting your awareness from one reality to another. The missing link. So why do most people struggle with manifestation? Because they don't understand the mechanics of entanglement. They think manifestation is about wishing harder or begging the universe. In truth, it's about aligning your intention, emotion, and belief so strongly that the entanglement becomes undeniable. You don't need to create your desire. You need to recognize that you and your desire are already connected. The faster you align, the faster it manifests. Now that you understand how entanglement and manifestation are connected, the next step is practical. How do you use this knowledge to manifest faster, intentionally, and consistently? We'll break down a step-by-step process, a practical method that combines intention, emotion, and belief into a powerful entanglement practice. You'll learn how to consciously entangle yourself with your desired reality, and watch it collapse into form faster than ever before. Part 3. How to use quantum entanglement to manifest faster. Up to this point, we've explored the strange yet beautiful world of quantum entanglement and its connection to manifestation. We've seen how particles remain mysteriously connected beyond distance, how your thoughts and emotions act as powerful signals, and how belief stabilizes your connection to the reality you desire. But now comes the most important part. How do you actually apply this knowledge in your daily life? It's one thing to understand the theory. It's another to use it practically so that your manifestations show up faster, clearer, and more powerfully. The good news is this: the process is simpler than most people imagine. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Clarity of intention. Define the signal. The first step is clarity. Entanglement responds to focus. If your intention is vague, the signal you send into the quantum field is weak. The universe doesn't respond to, "I want something good." It responds to precision. Think of it like programming a GPS. If you type, "Take me somewhere nice," your device won't know where to go. But if you type in an exact address, it instantly calculates the fastest route. Your intentions must be just as specific. So ask yourself, what do I really want? Write it down, visualize it, speak it clearly, make it tangible. The sharper the image in your mind, the stronger the entanglement. Step 2. Emotional alignment. Feel it as real. Once you know what you want, the next step is to embody the feeling of already having it. Remember, emotion is the amplifier. It's what turns a quiet signal into a broadcast that resonates across the quantum field. Close your eyes and imagine your desire fulfilled. If it's financial abundance, feel the security and freedom. If it's love, feel the warmth and joy. If it's health, feel the vitality flowing through your body. Don't just think it, feel it. The stronger the emotion, the faster the entanglement locks in. You're no longer just wishing. You're energetically entangled with the reality where it already exists. Step 3. Observation shift. Collapse the reality. In quantum physics, particles exist as waves of possibility until observed. Your observation collapses them into a specific reality. Manifestation works the same way. When you constantly observe lack, no money, no love, no success, you collapse that version of reality again and again. But when you shift your observation toward abundance, joy, and fulfillment, you collapse those realities instead. So make observation a conscious practice. Celebrate even small signs of progress. Train your mind to notice evidence of your manifestation, no matter how subtle. Every acknowledgement strengthens the entanglement and accelerates the collapse into form. Step 4. Let go of resistance. Trust the connection. One of the biggest blocks to manifestation is resistance. It's when you doubt, worry, or obsess over the outcome. Resistance interrupts the entanglement, like static on a radio signal. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that the connection is already established. Think of ordering from an online store. You don't stalk the delivery truck or keep reopening the app every second. You trust it's on its way. In the same way, once you've set your intention, aligned emotionally, and observed positively, you release the need to control how or when it arrives. The quantum field already knows. Your job is to stay open and receptive. Step 5. Inspired action. Anchor the manifestation. Manifestation is not about sitting still and waiting for magic. Quantum entanglement creates opportunities, nudges, and synchronicities, but you must act on them. Action is what anchors the energetic connection into physical reality. This isn't about forcing or struggling. It's about following your intuition, the gentle pull that guides you toward your desire. Call that person. Apply for that job. Write that idea down. Take the step that feels aligned. When you act, you signal to the universe that you're serious, that you're matching the vibration of your desire. and the universe responds by aligning the pieces faster than you could ever imagine. Visualization exercise. Entangling with your desired reality. Let's do a short exercise to put all of this into practice. First, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Second, picture your desire as if it already exists. See it clearly in your mind. Third, now shift from seeing it to feeling it. Let the emotions flood you. Joy, gratitude, love. Fourth, whisper to yourself, I am already entangled with this reality. It is already mine. Fifth, release the image with trust, knowing the connection is unbreakable. Practice this daily, and you'll notice subtle shifts, new opportunities, coincidences, and synchronicities. These are not random. They're signs that your entanglement is pulling the desired reality closer. The power of gratitude. Here's a secret many overlook. Gratitude is the frequency of already having. When you feel grateful, not just for what exists, but for what's coming, you create a magnetic pull. Gratitude tells the universe, it's already here, which strengthens your entanglement with that reality. So every day, write down what you're grateful for, including things that haven't manifested yet. Feel the gratitude as if it's already done. You'll be amazed at how quickly your life shifts. A new way of seeing manifestation. When you understand quantum entanglement, manifestation no longer feels like magic or wishful thinking. It becomes logical. You realize you're not separate from your desires. You and your dream are part of the same field, already connected. This perspective removes desperation and replaces it with confidence. You stop asking, when will it come, and start knowing, it's already here. That shift alone can accelerate manifestation beyond anything you've experienced before. At the deepest level, quantum entanglement teaches us that separation is an illusion. You are not a small being hoping for scraps from a vast universe. You are the universe, entangled with infinite possibilities. The faster you align your intention, emotion, and belief, the faster your desired reality collapses into form. And when you let go of resistance, act with inspiration, and live with gratitude, you become unstoppable. So remember this, manifestation isn't about chasing. It isn't about waiting. It isn't even about asking. It's about remembering. You are already entangled with everything you desire. The moment you tune in, it becomes yours.